Climb on in here. Saddle up.
Saddle up for the new year.
Saddle up to our snowy, wintry set.
If I could sing that snow song, I would sing it, but I've learned from my son that I do it wrong every time, so I'm not going to.
Which snow song?
The one that goes snow, snow, snow.
Yes. Did you know
No.
Snow, Snow, Snow was not actually the original version of that song?
Is this one of those fun facts you sent me from that I watched on
Yes.
a TikTok thing?
TikTok.
Even though I don't have TikTok, you figured out
Yeah.
a way to make me watch it?
Yeah.
Hi, it's the Krisha and Frank Show. Happy New
Hi.
Year.
Happy New Year. We're in the future.
Ooh. In the year 2021. Well, hi.
Ooh, it looks great.
Thank you. I wish I could take any credit.
Right.
But you know what? I will take partial credit. I went to the store and bought the snow blanket.
I like that.
I did pick that out. I knew where to get it. I've from Walgreens, got it right there. And
You did well.
The rest of it is, Jere the Brave arranged. She had that at her office, and her office was closed over the Christmas holidays. So she went into work one day to water the plants and to get that.
Nice.
And some of this other stuff is...
And our tablecloth, or let's see, are we still safe? Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
We're still
this is a
Christopher
snowman
Fun
tablecloth.
Here. Yeah.
And normally, Jere dislikes snowmen, which is why apparently all of the snowman ornaments and decorations, these are from C's Candy, were buried in this one, all in the same box, the snowman box. So, by the way, if you're watching us on YouTube, thank you. You should subscribe so you get to see all of this every day.
Yeah.
And if you're listening on any of the podcasting apps, including Audible Pod,
Yes, Audible Pod.
which is a great way to listen to podcasts, we thank you for that. And also, while you're listening to Audible Pod, you may as well sign up for their main service, the audible.com.
Yeah, you can get a free trial, audibletrial.com/Krisha and Frank. It's a 30-day trial, and if you keep it or you don't, you get to keep one whole download.
Oh, yeah, during
no
that
matter
first
what.
30 days.
Yeah.
And then some of the other oddities that I have, these are left over from the California days. These are from, there's a fast food restaurant out there called Jack in the Box.
Oh, I love Jack in the Box. I recognized it immediately when I saw it.
And that's a snowman ornament from Jack in the Box. And this is a wintry themed antenna topper.
I like it.
Because people used to have antennas on their car.
Yeah, I do, but it's one of those like plastic knobs.
Yeah. So these are kind of out of date, but we still had it, and I kept it in the original packaging because this one amused me so that he had a scarf and earmuffs. And when you live in Southern California and it doesn't get cold,
Right.
The concept of winter is less offensive.
You hate winter so much. It's so funny. But it's very pretty. It makes for a pretty set.
It does. It glistens. It sparkles. It's
funny that you mentioned watching, because I have Chris Johnson, who I was with at Sweet Fanny Adams Theater.
The guy with the big mustache.
Yes, Mr. Mustache, as he's called.
Hi, Chris Johnson.
He doesn't watch. He listens. And then yesterday I was showing him... He asked about the hot chocolate bombs. He was like,
yeah.
Did they look as good as they sounded?
Oh, my goodness.
And so I pulled it up and I was showing it to him, and he saw the ending where I slurp, slurp, slurped. He goes, I wondered what that noise was. Because it didn't really occur to me that if you were listening and not watching, that all you're going to hear is...
Right. And meanwhile... not that I'm going to appreciate my own comedy to a degree, but I'm giving you the slow burn. Mm-hmm. I'm doing a classic take.
Right.
Krisha and I both know classic comedy, so I knew what she was doing. She was doing a slurp, and I did the...
slow burn, but it was all you... If you're listening to it, all you hear is slurping and then us laughing, and we're done.
You totally missed my fantastic slow burn.
Yeah. So we highly encourage you to watch on YouTube and subscribe. But if you can't, at least you're listening. Thanks for that.
Now, I have a couple of stories to tell you from over Christmas, because we had multiple celebrations, when Megan and the family came to visit, and when Frank Jr. came to visit, we had...
They're gone now, right?
On January 4th, I believe so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe they're back home wherever they need to be.
Yeah, they're definitely not here.
But today is just the 10th day of Christmas, I think.
It is just the 10th day of Christmas.
Right? Is that correct? No, wait. Today's the 11th day of Christmas. Tomorrow is the 12th day of Christmas.
It's the Lord's a-leaping?
Today's the 11th. Whatever 11 is, that's today. So I like irritating folks with that concept because they say, no, you're wrong. And then when you Google it, you find out that, I was right.
Trust me, he's not quoting facts and wrong. He knows.
So the shirt that I'm wearing was delivered by Megan and family. It's from my sister Alicia.
I like it a lot.
So I like it a lot, and I thought I'd wear it as the first show of the new year.
How is your sister?
She's doing well, but she's got a lot of work on her hands, having to, clean out Mom's house and sell everything. And of course, theoretically we're helping by taking some of the, the winter painting.
Right.
We figured out a plan. I got so upset about I didn't want the winter painting.
Yes.
I think Frank's Jr. just taking all of them.
All right.
He said, you hate that painting so much, you'd rather have none than have the winter painting. Like, yes. I would rather you have all three.
Just take them.
Because you're going to get them anyway. Megan was using one of the coffee mugs and said, oh, this is a nice coffee mug. And I said, do you want to take it now or wait till I die? Because I don't need it. I don't care. Get rid of it.
So you were going to tell me about your Christmas.
And we should tell you a couple other loose ends about the gift that we gave to Jere.
Okay.
Now, you know that what I wanted her to give me was the snow globe.
Right.
Because I liked the one that we gave you so much that I had to have one.
Right.
So I knew what I was getting.
And you still got a little emotional about it.
I did, because I hadn't looked at it that closely. I looked at it at the store, and I thought, they sell it at the Visit Knoxville store at the corner of Gay Street and Summit Hill. And I was quite impressed by the quality of it. It's got heft. It's craftsmanship.
Yeah.
It's not cheesy.
No, I'm sorry.
I know, there's distractions off to the side. I apologize. So, and I love all the buildings in it, and I got excited when you opened yours, and I said, oh, there's the Knoxville Convention Center. You and I have performed there. Technically, I've performed at the Tennessee Theater.
Right, same.
As have you. I think there's a bijou hidden in there somewhere.
There's a bijou.
And then when I looked at it, after I had it for a while, I looked at the back side of it, and I realized that this little itty-bitty building in the very back is now the Lonesome Dove, but the old Patrick Sullivan Saloon from 1888. And I got choked up because that was where I auditioned to be in Einstein Simplified merely weeks after moving to Knoxville, where I was accepted into the troupe and where I performed for a good number of years.
Yeah.
So that place is very dear to me, as you can imagine.
Well, and that's where I auditioned, and that's where I would say I joined the group, but I was never actually a member.
You performed with us for quite a while.
For over a year.
And that's kind of been the process, is we have these probationary memberships. And I got to apologize to you for the way...
Sorry, my eyes rolled a little bit. Okay.
I know. I'm not in charge of it, as you know.
Right.
But I'm still going to apologize to you for the way it was handled, because one of the things that the troupe has done more recently, and I'm talking about like in the past 2 or 3 years, finally.
Right.
The troupe's been around for 25 years. We figured out, no, we need to clean up that process.
Right.
We've done it very poorly and messily.
Well,
and it needs to be fixed. So we changed everything about the way we audition people.
And no, I mean, I'm kidding, because I had an absolutely fantastic time, and
hey,
I still love
that
watching.
hadn't happened,
we wouldn't know each other.
Exactly. We wouldn't be doing
we
this
totally
show.
would know each other.
Well,
we would totally know each other.
I mean, I remember the day you called me on the request line.
We would know each other. We would know each other somehow.
But that was made it clear that we
Right.
liked playing games together. We liked performing together.
We liked playing games together.
So that was a good thing.
So you got misty when you saw the Patrick Sullivans, but
you
mentioned something to me about a gift. Now, did you get any surprise gifts, or did you know everything you were getting?
I mean, I had shirts. The gift from the kids was a surprise. It's a beautiful new. In fact, remember, it was sitting back here for the longest time. It was a trash can and trash can liners, because they wanted us to have the latest in garbage technology.
You need the latest in garbage technology.
So now we have that. It's the same kind that Megan has, and it works well with the whole family. So
yeah, good.
It's nice.
It's good to have a good trash can.
Have that. Remember how I used to do the Jenga blocks where you'd pile the garbage up?
I took out your trash one day because I was sick of looking at the Jenga blocks.
Oh, I don't have to do that anymore.
I was like, I put my coffee cup in, and I was like, and you're like, thanks for taking out the trash. I was like, it was driving me crazy.
Well, apparently you're not the only one. Apparently. It was something that Megan noticed on her last visit.
Well, that's a great gift, because if you go trash can shopping, it's not like they're cheap.
No.
It offends me how much they charge for you to put something that you're just going to put trash in. It's offensive to me.
Now, I forgot to check to see if it's got a Wi-Fi to tell you when it's full, because my coffee pot has Wi-Fi. Why wouldn't the garbage can have Wi-Fi?
True.
Well, I have to tell you again about you remember in one of the episodes I said, I need to buy Jere something off of her Amazon wish list and surprise her. And I did. And I have a little more detail on that, but I thought it's probably time to tell you about what to do if you're buying a house or selling a house.
Right. If you want to relocate your trash can.
You should. You can even get a new trash can, because I'm sure Hutch and Howard will find a way to save you money.
They
somehow.
absolutely will. HutchandHoward.com. They've been in business for a ridiculous amount of time.
10
over
years.
10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in 2020, they sold over 100 homes.
Yeah, they're really good and knowledgeable about what's going on in and around East Tennessee. So whether you want, they say Morristown to Athens, but anywhere really within the region, and it's still an opportunity for you to come here. And a lot of folks deciding they would rather either raise their family here or retire here.
Right.
Because no matter where you are in life's spectrum, there's a lot of advantages to living near the Smoky Mountains and having a little extra
I like
space.
the way you said that. No matter where you are in life's spectrum, East Tennessee is for you.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still got to visit Knoxville on the brain, because I'm going to get back to the trip to the store.
Yes, you do. But if you want to move downtown, if you want to move like North Knoxville, some old North Knox where I am, Hutch and Howard can help you out. And if you also want to sell your house,
oh my gosh,
they can do that as well.
Right. I noticed, I was looking out the window with all the winter leaves being gone, that Wayne still has the caution tape up, and he was talking about selling.
Well, you should just keep it there. I think it's I think it's a good.
He's talking about moving out, so we need to get him hooked up with Hutch and Howard as well.
But you can check them out online, hutchandhoward.com. You can give them a call.
Yeah.
And they also have a delightful little jingle for us.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Let's
do it.
Let's knock out.
Hit the gas.
Here
Hit
we
it.
go.
If you're buying
That's loud
or
today.
selling your home,
Sorry.
trust a professional, don't do it alone. From the sunflower fields to the Sunsphere Tower, there's a knowledgeable name. It's Hutch and Howard.
865-966-5005.
It's Hutch and Howard.
Keller Williams Realty, each office independently owned and operated.
Ooh, nailed it.
Was I talked less during
I'm
the
so proud
donut.
of you. You nailed it. You've been working on it.
No, it just occurred to me right that last second that to say the whole bit about Keller Williams and independently owned and operated is never going to fit in that space.
Right.
So what if I just did the phone number during that space?
Smart.
How about that?
Okay.
So while I'm Mr. Tourism, we're down there at Visit Knoxville buying you the snow globe, and then I said, "Oh, you got to get me one." And then Jere wanted something, so she wanted to buy herself Knoxville-opoly, but then felt guilty about it. She's like, "I'm not going to do it." I'm like, "I don't know. I don't want to spend
I
that
don't want
much,
to buy it on myself. Yeah.
and no one's going to play with me." And I just took it from her, and I didn't let go of it. And at the end, I just put it on the counter when we checked out.
Right.
And then then she wrapped it up to herself.
She wrapped it up.
And wrote on it to Jere from Frank.
Yep.
And I played the game with her.
And?
I got my tail whooped so bad by Frank Jr. and Jere.
Yeah.
They were buying up properties. And the properties, look at the fun properties. You get Zoo Knoxville.
Oh, the Muse, the Sunsphere.
Yes.
I did it.
I wanted to buy the Sunsphere.
Three
really
Rivers
bad.
Rambler.
It's very clever.
Downtown Knoxville is what Park Place. Old City is Park Place,
Yeah.
and
That would be-
downtown would be whatever it is.
I don't know Monopoly well enough, but I ended up buying Old City and several good properties, but I never was able to monopolize. Jere and Frank are able to block out a whole color and up their rent, and meanwhile, I kept getting sent to traffic jail or whatever it was. I would land on this one and get sent to jail,
Traffic- you got
and you
traffic
have to roll
jammed.
doubles in order
Yeah.
to get out. And I lost so badly because I would hit this space and then go immediately to traffic jail, do not pass go. So I'm missing out on the $200 that they're racking up every time they
man.
go around the board.
I'm sorry. Well, in my family, the objective of Monopoly was to make somebody so mad they flipped the board over. So
Well,
you did better than we did.
yeah, I did restrain myself from that. But I also...
noticed they had Sassy Ann's on there. I kind of
Yeah.
love that. It doesn't even exist anymore.
Well, I mean, that's probably why it was discounted. I didn't mention that to Jere. I said, we can get
this
a
place
marker.
is out of business.
Yeah, we can write in some other place. I don't know. So one part of the game, though, if you don't ask for rent when the person lands on your space, So I land on Great Smoky Mountains National Park, and I go, "Oh, that's free admission."
It's free admission.
And the turn moves, and then Jerry's like, "Wait a minute, I own Smokies. You didn't pay me rent." I'm like, "I know."
It's free admission. Don't have to pay. I got a pass.
Still lost. So, the other thing I did for Jerry is I bought her something off her Amazon wish list.
What'd you get?
She had some nice outfits on there. So I picked the one that I thought was the prettiest and the snazziest. You know, it had the thing with the, what do you call those? The window.
Shoulder pads?
No, the peekaboo, see-through, no shoulder.
Sure.
There's holes.
Yeah.
Where the shoulders go.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
So I got her a nice one.
Yeah.
I thought it looked lovely.
Yeah.
And it came in the mail, and she knew it had come, but she didn't know what was in it. Mm-hmm. And when Frank Jr. got here on Christmas Eve, I had him wrap it up for me.
Do you not wrap presents?
Correct.
Okay.
I want them to look nice.
Okay.
Yeah. I want them to look good. I'm
okay.
He's an engineer, and he's smart, and he's skilled.
He can fold paper.
He can do things, and so I'm proud of him. So I had him fold it up, but here's how I contributed. Is I found a recycled gift tag in Jerry's handwriting.
Oh my gosh.
That said, to Jerry from Frank.
She's like, I didn't do this.
So it's one of those, Christmas morning disconnects where you're like, huh? Wait, I didn't wrap it. I don't think I wrapped this one.
And yet.
But clearly I did, because my handwriting is on it.
That's awesome.
So that was fun. And then when she opens it up, she looks genuinely surprised. I'm like, it's on your Amazon wish list. And she thought, yeah, but this is the nicer one. I assumed you would get the plainer one.
I love you guys so much.
I didn't want to tell her. I got her the one that I thought looked like, you could go out and...
Snazzy.
Yeah, it's snazzy. Yeah. As opposed to the one that you would wear to work. And it's just kind of...
Right.
Plain.
I love you guys.
I'm sure
so
it's comfortable.
I thought you'd get the other one.
I'm sorry. I picked the one at the top. I technically picked the most expensive one. Not that there were that much price difference. They were all affordable. But I technically picked the most expensive one. I thought I'm gonna do this right.
I'm doing it up.
I'm getting the snazzy one with the cost the most. It's at the top of the list.
I know that some items were purchased off of my Amazon wish list, and I know who purchased them, but I don't know what was purchased, and they're apparently not in yet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're expecting some more
I
presents.
know the one person in my life who asked me for my Amazon wish list. So
how nice.
Yeah.
All right.
But that's the only, I didn't get any other prezzies except from you guys.
Oh.
No, it's totally fine, because on Christmas Eve it snowed.
Yes.
And my kids were with me.
That was awesome.
And we just hung out and had the best time. And
because you like all that stuff, right?
I love it.
Yeah.
And we played in the snow, and we drew pictures on the street in the snow. And we took pictures in the street because nobody was on it. Woke up, had Christmas morning, hung out, watched the Disney Pixar movie Soul.
Oh.
It's so good. We all cried.
It's on Disney Plus, though, right?
It's on Disney Plus.
So I'll never see it.
You can have my Disney Plus login and watch it. I would love to see if it makes you emotional.
Pixar has a Pixar. You know how they got me on the Up movie?
This one will get you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all about life's purpose.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. All right.
Mm-hmm. But we watched that and we cried, and that was the best gift. That's all I needed.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I did not leave the house.
Me neither.
When the snow. I didn't even go outside and step in the snow.
Oh, why?
Because it's cold and wet and disgusting.
It's wonderful.
But except that it started snowing. We went to. We were going to go to midnight mass, and we deliberately went hours earlier because of the forecast.
Right.
And when we came out of 3 in the afternoon mass, I thought the snow would start at 5. Mm-hmm. There was already an inch on the car.
Yeah.
And I had to drive home in slush, and like the old man that I am, talking about, well, thank goodness I recently had these tires rotated.
That's what I when we were leaving Zoo Lights, and you just like sparked a memory. When we were leaving Zoo Lights, there were a lot of people coming in, and I looked at the kids and I was like, oh, good thing we got here when we did. And then we took like 3 more steps, and I turned, I went, That is the most parent thing
Yep.
that you could ever say. And it's such a dad or parent thing.
Yep.
And one of the things that I constantly remember hearing my dad say is, good thing we got here when we did. And now I'm that person. Good thing we got here when we did. Would you just look at the crowd? Would you? And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It could have been the same amount of people when we were getting there. But you feel superior when you're leaving
Yep.
a place and a lot of people are coming. You're like, oh, well, we beat the crowd. Oh,
We got that going for us.
that is so adult, and
Yes.
it's horrible.
Well, because the older you get, the less time you want to waste standing in line.
Yeah,
It's
or doing anything.
You know, as you realize, it isn't just the minutes of that day that's ticking away. It's the minutes that are remaining in your life.
It's
you don't want
your entire objective, no matter where you are when you hit a certain age, is just to go home. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what a great time you're having or how much you've looked forward to it or how much you planned and spent. The entire objective is just to be done with it.
That's how I felt driving home in the slush after Christmas
Just wanna
Eve.
be done with it.
Yes, I'm like, in fact, I never backed into the driveway better, backed into the garage better. I'm like, nailed it, we're done. Let's go.
We're not adjusting, nothing.
But I guess technically when we went out again on Sunday, there was still some stuff that hadn't melted 100%.
Right.
So we had to deal with it, like going into the church on the shadowy side and going into the Kroger, which I had to remind Jerry, we thought it was the bougie Kroger, but we went to the lampshade Kroger.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of snow and ice there still.
Oh, so you went to the one over there.
Bearden?
Yeah.
Bearden is lampshade.
That's lampshade.
Cedar
Bougie
Bluff
is
is
Cedar
bougie.
Bluff. Yeah.
Okay, so now we're clear.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Don't mess that up.
Thanks so much for watching and listening and for commenting. And like if you're Brian Hornback, occasionally tweeting us.
And good thing you got here when you did.
Amen to that. You wouldn't want to avoid the crowds.
Yeah.
Why fight the crowds later when you can get in early now?
Are you getting younger? You look like you're getting younger.
Really?
Yeah. Like
you.
aging
Backwards. It depends who you ask in my life, but I've been accused of that by some old college friends who should know better. They're like, you still look so young. And usually it's on days when I've done the TV like or something and have
You're covered in bronzer.
Yeah, I'm covered in bronzer, so you can't see all the gray like today. But whatever, maybe I'll go slap a little bronzer on. I'll go do that.
You go
All
do
right.
that.
All right, so we'll be back tomorrow with another Krisha and Frank show on all of your audio apps and on YouTube. And thank you so much for subscribing on YouTube. I noticed the numbers have been ticking up quite steadily.
Yeah.
But we're still aiming for that goal of 1,000 and beyond.
And we still can't talk about our news, can we?
Not quite.
Okay. We'll wait.
But we'll have it soon. All right.
Bye.
You're just waiting. We're waiting. This is the waiting part.
We'll
Okay,
wait.
I'll wait. Okay. Got to get that guy to do the logo still. And put the... And your friend with the website. Who can help me with the website?